back, baseball fans, to the 70-73 Carryover League card set analysis. We return to the 1973 box here. We've looked at the American League, and now we're going to go into the National League East and the National League North. Take a look at what we have going on there. We'll start tonight with the Atlanta Braves. Okay. Rico Cardi. Don't worry about it because we're going to take his 1970 card. This is not very good anyway. Alright, Necro. He's got at least one other nice card in this series, and this is pretty good too. 245, 331. That's certainly good. This might be the best of the George Stone cards in the year of 73. He was actually a Met. So for the Braves to have him is very opportunistic here. I would say Stone of the keepers. Let's take a look at the rookies. Oh yeah, and Darrell Levinson is not a rookie, but he has not been in the league yet because we've been waiting for this card to happen. This is where it all clicks for Darrell. In 1973 with his 41 home runs and 124 walks. It's almost like it doesn't give it justice though, you know? It's like there's a walk there, there's a walk there, and you're missing that homer there. I'm not gonna lie, folks, it's gonna be pretty hard to get 41 homers out of this. Let's, homer 1 and 2. I guess it's a lot of plate appearances, is it not? My goodness, it is. It's 719 plate appearances with the 41 homers. That explains a little bit there. Okay. Not trying to take anything away from him. I'm just saying that's going to be hard to hit 41 homers when it's just 5 and 6 and nothing else. I mean, 30 homers is easy, I guess. But, yeah. Anyway. Rod Gilbrath would be a third baseman against lefties if they need that. Chuck Goggin, a nice utility guy who hits pretty darn well. All over the place. Mersey Oates and Johnny Oates. Lefty catcher. No power against righties. Frank Tepedina, there's a nice one-way player for you as a DH kind of player. All sorts of options for the Braves in this timeline. Rorik Harrison, Tom House, and Ron Schuler. So an extensive rookie class for the Braves. They probably aren't going to be able to get Dave Johnson away from Baltimore quite yet either for his 41 homer year. So they might have to settle for just Darrell Evans and George Stone from that box. All right, next up, the Florida Marlins. Very skinny stack here, not a lot of players. Moda, we talked about it, hits 300 all 4 years in this timeline. And he has a 323 year, and that's the only keeper. My goodness, that's not very good. And the rookies, Luis Melendez, decent center fielder. Another infielder outfielder type. Florida usually gets guys who can play multiple positions. There's a relief starter 6. Doesn't go with a lot of hits, a lot of walks though. Hector Torres, no thanks. And Mario Guerrero. Well, this is not looking good in the year of 1973 for the Florida Marlins. You know, when a team has nothing going on in one of the 4 years, that's often a signal to look at the waiver market and maybe guys coming out of retirement market and guys who did not get into the league in the previous years. All right, the Mets, winners of the World Series a year ago. We've seen them with a lot of good options. Good to see that Cleon Jones is still bringing it by 73. We're going to take his 71 card, though. Jerry Grote's got a -2 arm and is a 1. This could be the Grote card we keep. 256 batting average. He hits 270, but if he doesn't have a -2 arm or better, we want Grote to throw runners out stealing. Tom Seaver, 73, starter 9. My goodness. The 2.08 ERA. Wow. This card of the 71 card will probably get in. And Koosman. Now this is the sticking point here. I think Koosman only has one great year out of the 4, and this could be it. So if he's locked into only having one great year, you take it. And then Seaver has a couple great years, you take the other Seaver year. So, and the rookies, they had a big boost last year with John Matlack as a rookie. This year, Duffy Dyer, not so much, though he has a good throwing arm. Tim Martinez, a nice, useful utility guy. Harry Parker, good relief, 3-6. That's a pretty good card out of the bullpen. That's it. I wouldn't be too overly concerned with the Mets in any of these 4 years as the defending world champion. They'll make the right moves. They're not lacking anywhere that I have discerned. Particularly if they trade for Rusty Staub. Trade Kenny Singleton for Rusty Staub is the move we're talking about. So here's the Phillies. Nice thick stack. A lot of rookies here. So Jerry Johnson, not this one. That's not very good. John Callison. Oh my, not good either. Grant Jackson. That's a nice card. 190 ERA. Actually with Baltimore, but the Phillies could hold on to him. Yeah, Grant Jackson's got some nice cards. So if you're committing to keeping him, then, you know, or you can dangle him in a trade. Now let's look at the rookie class. There's a lot of guys here. Bob Boone, a zero-arm catcher with a decent bat. Nothing special. Tom Hutton, decent. Slick fielding first baseman. Nothing special, but he's decent. 280, 263. Mike Rogodinsky, not much. Here he is, Mike Schmidt. Now, we said before, we're going to wait. We're not going to bring him in. This doesn't make sense. They have enough options at third base with Terry Harmon and Tony Taylor. They got Benny Doyle and Larry Boa also in the infield. You don't want to bring Schmidt in until he's ready to go. Wait one more year. He's good in 74. Lonborg. It's just okay here. Ruthven. It's pretty good. Twitchell will be the guy we were looking for. And Scarsey. Scarcey's got a nice card here. He has, I think he's got a good card in 74 also. It's nice. This Twitchell card's the one though. This is the one you want to get in the league. Yeah, great card out of Twitchell. 250 and 223 innings. Boom, that's the card you want. That between the 72-27 win Steve Carlton card and this Twitchell card, Philadelphia can fix a lot of mistakes with two great starting pitchers. I mean, it's easier. The quickest way to getting competitive is to have two aces. Your number 1 and 2 starters are lights out. That would really help a team that's weak otherwise. National League North, property of the Reds and Pirates traditionally during this timeline. Let's look at the Cubs though. Ron Santo, another nice Santo card. We have plenty to choose from for him. Randy Hundley with a -2 arm. His stick's better here than in the previous year. Is this the Fergie card we take? 389? I don't think so. This might be the Del Unser card we take, though. Yeah, he actually hits 300 against righties. 294, 289. Roams around in center field very nicely. And your rookies. Chuck Brinkman, not so much. Nothing out of Bork. It's just some power. The Carmen Fun Zone. He had a nice 72 card. Nice 73 card. The Carmen Fun Zone's a lot of fun. Power OPS. 273, 650. Again, another bad Gene Heiser card. Nice Ray Burris card out of the bullpen. Remember, we talked about a logjam at right-handed starting pitching for the Cubs. They got Fergie Jenkins. They have Bert Hooton. They have Milt Pappas still. They're trying to get Rick Russell into the league, and they have Ray Burris. And there is Russell. Another great card. Look at that. Pitches on 3 days rest and everything. He's waiting to get into the league. There's a logjam. And Russell's 72 card has some relief in it. So they could end up going with the 5 righties of the ones I just said. Jenkins, Pappas, Bert Hooton, Ray Burris, and Rick Russell. Then they were just to find 3 left-handed guys to go with that. Go along with those guys. All right, the big red machine. Cincinnati, and here we go. The first pick in the first round. Your National League MVP of 1973, Pete Rose. 338. We retired his 69 card. He hit 348, which means over an 8-year period of this league, he would average 343, right? Ridiculous. But that's what you get out of Hall of Famers sometimes. Ridiculous. Hall of something better than the Hall of Fame. Lime. Now, one of his previous years is better. He's starting to, down to 28 homers. Dick Bosman is better in previous years. Ooh, Wayne Granger is as well. Well, Pete Rose is the only veteran from this team. Maybe there's a rookie. Geronimo. Ooh, a 1-4 in center. Might be time to lock up. You still got Bobby Tolan in center, though. So no sense rushing Geronimo. Bill Plummer, no thanks. Jack Billingham. You know, I'm already thinking what they might do is improve. That's a nice Billingham card. Yeah, that's okay. Bourbon, that's okay too. Bill Bonham, a lot of options. But one of the options is to improve an existing player. And when I think of improving an existing player, the guy on my mind is Dave Concepcion. So let's go see if we can find him. His card will be turned over to indicate that he's already in the league with a different card. Right here. This is the card. So do the Reds want to blow a draft choice and simply improve Dave Concepcion to get him to be a 2 at short and hit 287? It'll cost them a draft choice. But for great teams like this, they can lose a draft choice and just wait in the free agency and sign a guy off the street for utility infielder and last pitcher. So I'm thinking Pete Rose and Dave Concepcion out of the 1973 box would be the move to make. You don't have Joe Morgan yet, so you got to kind of put the gas on the floor here and make some heavy moves until Morgan arrives. You don't have that spark plug on your offense yet. You still got Tommy Helms at second. So getting Rose and Concepcion lights out would be really good and put a pressure on these guys who really struggled last year. But you're going to see a nice keeper and rookie in this bunch. Bob Moose is okay. 354. Jim Rooker, traded for him in the offseason for this card. Got him away from Kansas City. Get this card in the league. Jim Rooker, a lefty for the Pirates. Hebner has better cards. This is okay. Mostly against righties, though. He was known to be able to hit lefties, left-handed pitching pretty well, though. And this year he doesn't. Al Oliver's a 2 in center, but he hit better in 72. All right, but I think we got a couple really good rookies here. So the Cobra, don't have a spot for him yet because we still got Roberto Clemente and Stargell and Oliver. So we don't have a room for Parker yet. But you can see he'll be doing this sort of stuff the whole decade. This is not good yet. He obviously gets a lot better against lefties. But you got to make room for this guy. My goodness. Another 324 hitting outfielder with power and a short sample size. Oh my goodness. You got to find a spot for him. It's clogged. You got Clemente. You got to get Stargell to first base. You got to get Oliver into center field. You trade away Matty Alou. You got to move some pieces around. But you got to get Zisk into the league. John Lamb. 324 hitter. It's a rookie. Got to get him into the league. All right, and the final team tonight we'll take a look at in these two divisions in the National League, East and North, St. Louis Cardinals. Having a rough time of it with the Reds and Pirates as roommates. Let's see if they can turn it around. Rick Wise. He's okay here. I think he's got a nice 72 card. And Lou Brock. Brock has a great card all 4 years. He's right around 300 or above, and any year for Brock is fine. But do we get any rookies to help this team? Bingo, there's a guy. He's a one-way player. Kind of reminds me of Dave Parker. We saw he's already killing righties, but not there quite against lefties. You could get this McBride into the league at 302. Kenny Reitz, nice defensive third baseman. Mike Tyson, middle infielder. Rich Folkers, pretty decent lefty reliever, 362. Oh, we got some great back-end pitchers. We got Al Roboski, one of his best years. I think 75 is his best. But he's great in 73. And this guy, Orlando Pena, another great year. 2 great relievers. And this Mike Adams guy, fun little on-base machine with power. Gonzalo Marquez. So, I don't know. Bate McBride, Al Roboski, and Orlando Pena, get younger. Bring some rookies into the league. I wouldn't worry about these guys. Go with older cards and bring in 2 rookies. McBride, Robowski, and Pena. 2 out of 3 of those guys should be the ticket for the Cardinals. That wraps up the card set analysis. When we resume next time, we'll get into the expansion division of the National League Mountain, National League West, and then take a look at some keeper waiver guys on their last trip around the league. Thanks for checking out the video. We'll see you next time.